FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee, talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net Radio!
LasVegasDiscount.net's the best there is. Save up to 50% on your next Vegas trip. And travel, rental, shows, and tours. Find the deals you're looking for. LasVegasDiscount.net. LasVegasDiscount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit LasVegasDiscount.net.
Hola, soy Julio César Chávez.
And lights out, baby. Lights out all day.
This is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a one-hour television spectacular.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
We gon' know. I got eyes and ears everywhere. I got friends all over the world, man.
Who gives a shit with White? He's a piece of crap.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight anybody on FightNetRadio.com.
Fight Net Radio, Lee Honish, Andrew Labouche, Lee Honish, bringing you the wonderful world of boxing. You like that one? Is that a little bit better? I am Lee Honish. I am the voice of all people. Those that are frustrated, those that are embittered, those that think that Errol Spence should fight against Terrence Crawford. And I shouldn't have to beg with promoters or plead online or write mean tweets. I am joined by Andrew Labouche. He is a writer. He is a former amateur boxer. And he believes that a workmanlike fight is still a good fight to watch. Now you understand the premise of the show. How are you today, Andrew?
Hey, how's it going, Lee?
Is it true? Do you really like a workman-style fight?
No, you know that.
I'm just letting you off the hook. If this is your first time listening, please go to FightNetRadio.com. You can find all the different ways to listen to the show itself. You can watch videos this week or this show, particularly if you're listening to it as a podcast or a broadcast with no video. I usually break up 2 or 3 sections of what I think the key material is and put those up on both YouTube and our Facebook channels. Facebook is our home. I try to point that out as often as possible because I was chatting with what I call the FNR regulars before we started, and they wanted to make it abundantly clear that we needed to talk about Triple G, and we will. It's probably the biggest news that's happened in the last 3 days since we did a show. But we have a group, we call them the FNR regulars. You can be a part of that group. Just go to fight.net.radio on Facebook or just type in Fight Net Radio and it'll take you to our page. Just click it, like it, send us a message, tell us you want to be on the page. And shout out to Kelly King and Hosel, who both wanted shout outs. I don't know why they want that. Like, how do you want to be famous for like 3 people, Andrew? Like, the only people that know who they are the other regulars. And we haven't heard from Paul Cuff in a while. Our UK support person hasn't been around on the chat room. That's the weird part about like creating relationships online. You don't know. All I know is that Javier is pretty much a drunk on fight night. And Kelly King is batshit crazy and somehow was in New York last week during the fight. And Hosel is trying to do keto, but failing at doing keto. And I think everybody's up to date on all of our boxing fans. I haven't heard from our New Zealand representative, Andrew. What's going on with the 5 listeners of the show?
Have no idea, Lee.
And your family, for that matter. Is there any review back from your family or anything?
No.
I mean, I've lightened up tremendously over the last couple of months. Fight Net Radio on Facebook is our home. Andrew and I are on there all day. We find stories. We post them all the time on Facebook. Share them with everybody. It is sort of our own version of how we look at the boxing world. We comment, we post. There's a lot of Jesse Vargas posts because I am very obsessed with Jesse Vargas. With that said, let's get a couple of commercials out of the way. First and foremost, go to the Box Fan Expo. I will be there. I might bring a couple of guests with me. I will be there doing live broadcasts and buying, I guess, coffee. I guess. I don't want to get in trouble with the promoter and have a tailgate parking lot party. What the hell is that? That's irritating, is it not?
Hey, at least you know how to get audio now.
Yeah, now the audio's back, right? I've got it on the secondary speaker, so I can go back to doing the secondary. Hold on, let's check on the other regular person joining us on the show. Hold on, let's see if she's available. Alexa, who's the heavyweight champion?
In the heavyweight class, Daniel Cormier holds the UFC title. Anthony Joshua holds the WBA, IBF, and WBO titles. And Deontay Wilder holds the WBC title.
Sound like she's becoming partial to Deontay. He is starting to make more and more of an appearance with her. Go to Box Fan Expo on the Cinco de Mayo weekend. You have an opportunity to meet a bunch of stars. You get to meet me. I do autograph stuff. I'm happy to do it. Nobody has ever asked me for my autograph, Andrew. They've just asked me to buy them a beer. The other thing you need to be aware of is LasVegasDiscount.net. With Cinco de Mayo just around the corner, it's just a week or so away. You're going to want to go to Vegas to go see the Canelo fight. You're going to want to go and see the Box Fan Expo, and you're going to need a place to stay while you're in Vegas. I'll do it at the top of the show. We normally do it at the bottom of the show. So you'll want to check in on Friday and be a baller and check out on Sunday. And we'll just do it real quick and down dirty. Andrew and I have said this repeatedly, and if it's your first time listening or you're watching the video, understand we have two methodologies. Methodology number one is the cheap room if you're going by yourself, but if you're taking your woman, you got to be a baller and stay in at least a 5-star or a 4-star. And today, our 5-star and 4-star review hotels based on pricing, Andrew, for those who want to stay there for the weekend with a woman. Park MGM, $177 still, Andrew. I don't know how you beat that. You're saving really good money. It's in super high demand. It's right across the parking lot from the T-Mobile Arena. It is the former Monte Carlo that has been completely remodeled. The remodel is done, the whole new front facade, and you're literally up against the T-Mobile Arena. Can't beat it. Go to LasVegasDiscount.net and book your next trip to Vegas. Ready to start?
Yes, I am.
Or do you want me to go more off topic again? Because I slipped on a banana peel when I went to 7-Eleven. This is a true story.
You really did?
Okay, yeah, that's exactly.
You're going to get paid, Lee.
No, bro, this is legit. So I'm walking down this little hill to go into 7-Eleven fast because we have a show to get my coffee. I don't have any coffee at home. And I feel my front foot sliding out on me.
Oh, he's getting old.
Out. It's going out. And I'm slipping, and I'm in the splits position, and I realize that I have slipped on a banana peel. Have you, Andrew, in your lifetime slipped on a banana peel?
No, sir. Didn't even know that can happen.
It's a real thing. I'm glad we could share and actually have that happen. So there you go. Go to Fight Net Radio, go to our Facebook page, go to Box Fan Expo, and go to LasVegasDiscount.net and book your trip to Vegas. You high-rolling ballers, pay $177, stay at the Park MGM. Moving forward, we are talking about boxing on this show, and we have plenty of boxing to talk about on this show. These are in no particular order. I guess we could do one off topic that isn't listed. I was completely blown away. If you're not watching video, I will probably pull this video up because it was so mind-boggling to me. Do you know what Gold Star is, Andrew?
Gold Star? Nope.
Goldstar.com is a website where you get discounted tickets to events.
Sweet.
You can do them in San Francisco. They have Las Vegas. They have all the different cities, right?
Okay.
So I once every 2 or 3 weeks, they do something called the Comp Train. You'll see it on the screen right there. So I got my email and I looked on the Comp Train to see what events, right? So there's conventions and lobster festivals, rooftop movies, 10 Things I Hate About You, the musical, Eat, See, Hear Santa Monica, right? These are like regular, normal things to do. The WNBA, that's never popular at all. They've always got comp tickets to go see those, Amazon women play basketball. And I was scrolling along this morning. I wonder if they moved all the comp tickets. I'm going to be shocked about this. Let's see. As I was scrolling down, there was one comp train that popped up today, this morning. Oh, there it is. Free tickets to go see Sor Rungvisai against Estrada at the Forum. Comp, Andrew. And I thought they were crappy tickets. So I even did the homework, right? So I already have plans for Friday, or I already, oh, it's free tickets. Why not go, right? So you can get sections 106 or 114 for free. Should I say that again? So if you're in the area and you've already paid, and I checked the tickets, they're $56 a piece, right? They legitimately are on Ticketmaster. I'm going to show you the map right now. This is mind-boggling information to me. I've never seen free fight tickets. I get that I have to pay a $10 servicing fee if I bought these tickets, but let's be realistic here. I'm buying fight tickets for $9.50 a piece to see, quote unquote, a top 10 pound for pound champion, right? Isn't Sor Rungvisai one of the best? He makes the list, blah, blah, blah.
That is, hey, hopefully you're helping them out, Lee.
Well, dude, I could buy ringside for $40 off.
It's still $80. I know, but it's still $80. That's still a nice price for this type of fight. I mean, come on, we're not talking about.
Let me show you how crazy this is. Even if you went 105 or 114, right? They've got they're for $28. Screw that. I'm telling you point blank. 106, 114. You get the free, right? So I had to go to Ticketmaster and actually see where these seats were located because I couldn't believe. Right? I could not even mentally process. These must be terrible in the corner, shitty seats, right? That's what you have to think for free. Right. Wait until you see what I saw when I brought up Ticketmaster just a few hours ago, Andrew. It was pretty. Are you shocked by what we saw already?
Yes.
Wait, gets better.
And seriously, I hope everyone jumps on that in Southern California. What a hell of a deal.
Why is it not coming up? Because
I mean, if you have a kid, a son, a daughter, ain't never been.
It's a great opportunity to go to boxing.
Come on.
Right. It's a great opportunity to go to the Forum, which has been completely remodeled by the MSG group. So
how sad.
Here's what I thought: the sections 106 or sections 114, I can get for free, right? So I just did a zoom in to see what those sections look like. Hold on, check this out. So check this out, Andrew. This is mind-blowing to me. There it is. Here's the map of all the free seats. Does that tell you already how bad this is going to be?
Yeah.
They haven't moved a single seat. So wait, I can get section 114, which would put me right here. That's 132.
No, it was on the other side. Other side. Nope, the opposite side.
106. Well, where's 106?
106 is on your right. Yeah, 114 was. Yeah.
Okay, so here's 106. Probably this last row up here still available, and then
I know. Look at how many people are bottom. Good job, you guys.
And here's section 114.
114 all
they've already
gone.
filled up. They've almost filled in section 114. Here's what I believe, Andrew. Even if they move all of 106 and 114. I still think they're going to give you free tickets and you're going to wind up in the building. I think you're going to wind up over here right now in one of these, in this remaining row. That's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal. I think this is crazy. Literally, I think this is crazy. I think you'll wind up on the other side. I think they'll put you in
that's where, that's probably where the TV cameras are going on that side so they won't see all those empty seats.
Yeah, one or the other.
They were filling up the seats for the TV. That's most likely what's going on if they're not moving any of those.
I can't.
All that blue.
Look at all the blue, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna stay blue, and the cameras will stay on that side. Their backs will be to that area.
Wow, Andrew. Wow.
Hey, all you can do is put the word out there. Listen, you guys, DAZN gets paid by another money stream, though, right? Theirs are on an app, Lee. Last time I checked, they had like millions of people spending now either $99 for the year or $20 a month. Let me tell you, They've been getting me for that $20 a month so far. Have not bought the $99 one yet. So they're not hurting. And I think that's why ultimately they don't care about giving away a few seats just to make it look good on the cameras.
I'm with you.
Now, for the fighters, sad. Okay. Let's go back to that poster. I want to say the one that showed them all the fighters. There's multiple fighters on this one.
That's on the forum website.
Jesse's in this fight, right?
Is Vargas on the forum fight?
I believe Jesse's on this fight. And for all of these guys, Estrada, Jesse Vargas, I mean, you're fighting in Southern California, the Great Western Forum, a historical building in the boxing on the West Coast.
Cut to the chase. Let's see who's on the card. There it is.
There's
Here's
DAZN.
the whole fight card. So Shamalama Ding Dong versus Carlos Carlson. What a fucking name. Do your parents hate you? Carlos Carlson. Ronnie Rios, Daniel Alia, Alberto Molina.
Weak.
Yeah, Austin
Weak.
Williams. Weak. Diego Pacheco. Weak. Chakram Gayazov trying to
I'm
get a
telling
good
you,
card.
they need to pick their shit up at DAZN
So
with
the
these
money
fight
starts
cards.
right here. Jesse
That's
Vargas
right.
versus Humberto Soto.
See, them two need to be nervous. Daniel Ramon needs to be nervous, and Juan Estrada needs to be nervous. They're in a predominantly Mexican boxing community, right? Come on now. This is LA.
In Inglewood, yes.
That fight should not be for fucking free, Lee. Back in the day.
Free, bro. Free on
not-
Gold Star. Wait, let me say this again. It's a free fight on Gold Star. It's
I mean,
where
we
I get
need to
tickets
tweet-
to like
you
the
should tweet that
Renaissance
out.
Pleasure Fair.
You should tweet that out. We need to get them some action on this fight. That's ridiculous. There's a lot of dads out there that want to go to this fight. They need to know that right now, all you're doing is paying what? The taxes? What are you paying right now? You said $10?
You're paying the processing fee. So I think it's probably 10 or 11 bucks out the door to buy them.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Right. They're even lowering their prices right now. They've lowered some of their sections to $31. The cheapest seat was $56, and as we get closer, they've dropped prices to $31. So
This is where DAZN needs
off the website. They've dropped them.
This is where DAZN should smarten up, though. They really need to get into touch with some of the local gyms, even if it's like a Freddie Roach. Give your tickets to some youngsters, some guys that are the future of the sport in Southern California. Try to get them some big fight experience. This is a big fight. They got championship fights on this card. The main event is a hell of a fight. This is a rematch. They've done it before. It was a great fight. That's why they're bringing this back. It's sad that those two laid their life on the line the way they did. And in the rematch, they still have to give away tickets. Now, with that being said, let's hope they're getting paid well through the streaming app. But yeah, not good for your marketability.
Would you like the biggest joke about the photo that I have on the screen? If you're not watching the video, go to fightnetradio.com, watch the video. Want to know the biggest joke about all these empty seats?
What?
They have overestimated the size of the media section.
Yeah, I've seen that. Look at that.
Come on, that's enormous. Who do you think's fighting? Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan? Come on, please.
Hey, sometimes boxing media could be a little ridiculous too. They might all show up, Lee. It's a fight on a Saturday night. Is this on Saturday? Friday. This is Friday.
This is Friday.
So might be a lot of guys in the LA area looking for free seats.
Starting at 4:00. I think I could just show up and get free seats at the rate this thing's going.
I'm thinking, yes, there's a high possibility.
There's going to be a guy out front in a trench coat going, do you want to go see a fight? You want to go see a fight? Yeah, if you pay my parking. I mean, now parking is more expensive than the actual fight, which I can't believe I'm saying with a straight face.
They got to be smarter with the marketing side. They should have been, I don't know, Navy bases, some veterans. Get the tickets out of your hands. Don't look ridiculous on the internet by saying you're giving them away for free.
On Gold Star, dude, let me make it clear. This is how I get Renaissance Pleasure Fair or like the San Diego County Fair discount tickets. And those tickets cost more than Sor Rungvinsai. It costs more to go to the fair, Andrew. It costs more to go to the fair.
I'm going to say Humberto Soto, Vargas, and Estrada were supposed to sell this fight. And even the Daniel Ramon, I believe he said his name was, he's a young up-and-comer. These guys are supposed to sell this ticket.
I think Jesse's done a good job. Jesse threw out the first pitch at an Angel game. I mean, he's been around. He did an open media thing the other day down in Santa Monica. I don't want to break it to Jesse Vargas and his ego if he does listen to the show, although I am obsessed with him. Nobody in California knows Jesse Vargas from
not
a fucking hole in the head.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're not
he's the Vegas guy that moved out here to train. And he's doing, Jesse really thinks he's famous. Like, he legitimately thinks he's a famous fighter.
And that's kind of, yeah. And Al Heyman's been trying to do that with a lot of his guys, puts them on TV shows. And I'm not just saying Floyd. Floyd's a whole nother story. With Deontay and Spence and some of these guys, you've seen them pop up in all these different TV shows, whether it be baseball, basketball, college, pros. You're seeing them out there, right? Deontay was on some night shows the last time he fought. So that's kind of how Heyman does it. He really doesn't do it through opposition. He doesn't do it by making the fights the fans want to see. He kind of makes his fighters, or he's trying to make his fighters hated men, hated so much that people are going to pay them top dollar to watch them lose.
That's the Espinosa calculator in a nutshell. You're going to be the most hated man in boxing, and everybody's going to show up to want to beat you up.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. We don't need. I was trying to explain this. Okay, so it was Easter Sunday. How was your Easter, by the way, Andrew?
Very good. Thank you, Lee.
Good. I spent time with her family on Easter, and I was saying, I met with them on Saturday, and they said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I got to go watch 25 fights." "Oh, the UFC." I said, "No, that started at 7:30 in the morning. I'm already done with that. I'm going to watch 2 back-to-back consecutive boxing cards." "You really still watch boxing?" I said, "I am a battered wife of boxing. Legit. I feel like I'm a battered wife, right? We come home, we want to see if he's drinking or not. And by the way, if you're a battered wife or you're a batterer, I'm not condoning it. I'm just explaining the behavior. Fuck, I'm a comedian. I feel like I'm battered when it comes to boxing, right? I'm just hanging around, and we've said this a million times. I'm just waiting for, like, Rungvisai versus Estrada could be one of those fights where I go, oh, fuck. It's on. Like, this, it's on. These dudes, it's on, right? This, theoretically, on paper, Andrew, Rungvisai Estrada should be fucking cataclysmic war, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be a technical match. It's going to be, holy shit, you are beating the shit out of each other and trying to kill each other. I mean, Deontay talks the talk, but he does not walk the walk. Oh, I could see myself killing him. Good for you, bro. You're not.
Yeah, he's using that again. You seen that?
Yeah, I'm tired of that. We'll get to Deontay shortly.
Right.
I hate that shit, right? Because he's, how did they describe it in the Rocky movie with when he fights Rocky the old man? Son, you never been in the deep water. You never had it on you, or you feel like you're gonna die and you're drowning. You've never had that opponent. Yeah, I've watched fights like that, and I'm like a battered wife. I keep showing up back at home quietly, right, after boxing's done drinking, and hoping that it's in a good mood and it's gonna give me something. Instead, I show up, I sit down, I get my food, I'm all set up behind my desk, I got the chat room up, I'm ready to be an internet boxing nerd for any fight card that comes on, and what do I get? Shit on a stick, bro. Shit, just slapped in the face. You know, literally backhanded by boxing because I just looked over at boxing. Boxing will backhand you, fuck you, flip you off, and then lie to you and go, hey, even though you thought the other guy won, we're going to fuck you and call it a draw anyway. That's boxing right now. And we're not going to make the fights you want to see to even get fucked by those. We're not even going to put those two together at all and just say politics. Right now, boxing is so screwy and hateful and angry, and who's the victim? And here's a victim right here. Sor Rungvisai and Estrada. This should be a sellout, even if you're doing comp tickets just to fill the thing in. I'm cool with that, right? Fill in the side bowls, give away a few comp seats. They're still going to make money on the concession stands, right? Looks good for the TV. What I'm looking at is absolute disinterest for what is considered one of the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters who had a arguable fight of the year against Estrada the last time, Andrew?
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
it is.
And it's not going down. Right? And that's the reality of boxing today. People are finally going, fuck you guys. Put Crawford in the ring with Spence. We'll talk about it. The Anthony Joshua thing is a perfect case, and we're going to talk about it in more detail. Put him in the ring with Tyson Fury. Put him in the ring with Deontay Wilder. Stop the madness. We as fight fans are getting very disinterested by. I'm giving my diatribe on this. I believe that the regular, someone like me, and I'd put myself in the above average casual boxing fan, right? We're getting screwed constantly, these promoters, right? I get that I go to the fights for free and I get to sit with really cool people and talk to my friends about boxing and do this on a weekly basis because I like it. I haven't seen a fight where I went, wow, did you see that? The only reason I've said wow in the last month is because some crazy ass bitch, right, was pulling a scam to screw Pulev. That was definitely a wow. I thought it was a wow that Amir Khan quit. I thought it was a wow that Pulev's fight ended in a bit of a chaotic ending. But in regards to me watching two guys throw fucking leather, Andrew, what fight in the last
Since Triple G. Just say it. Since Triple G Canelo.
Right. And even then that took
a mega fight.
And it's still an issue. They're still not making that fight.
A mega fight that had the whole world watching and actually delivered. We have to thank Saul Alvarez right now. He's the only one really doing it for the sport. The welterweight division's on a lock. The heavyweight division. Hey, you know what? I would say Fury, Wilder, but darn, it was 10-2 in my scorecard, Lee. It was 10-2. Wasn't really a fight. Can't say it was. No, but it was
exciting, right?
A lot. I know.
Made it exciting, and then you give me that fucking ending.
The 12th round. The 12th round made it exciting. Yes, but it didn't. But no, it was not. This is a classic heavyweight fight. It was a classic performance.
Right, and the drama behind thinking, oh, Deontay's not going to be able to get out of this. There's
for a Tyson Fury fan. A perfect night is him not going down. But what he did that night for a Tyson Fury fan, that's a classic fight. The defense, multiple rounds, Wilder was credited with one punch landed. One. He gets dropped. He gets up, hurts Wilder, takes the round. It looked like he took the round back in both incidents. In the 12th and earlier in the round when he got dropped in the 5th or 6th. For Tyson Fury, that was good. For Wilder, man, he's 2 punches away from being shut out, being embarrassed, being a paper champ, like everyone said. He's 2 fucking punches away from that. So no, it was not Triple G versus Canelo. I think we got to this is why Canelo is the heaviest paid athlete fighter in the sport right now, and he's proving it again on May 4th when he takes on Jacobs. Look, I've talked myself out of the fight. I get that. I got Canelo winning this thing comfortably now, Lee, but it's the fight people wanted to see, so you got to give him credit. Everyone said Jacobs was the guy that they were avoiding. Triple G didn't want to see him. That's why he fought Canelo. He was selling out. Canelo on the second fight, because he takes on Rocky Fielding, which is a champ, took a belt for nothing. He gives the fans the fight they wanted to see. So he took one fight, he took one break.
You're okay to do that. Every champion's done it. I'm okay with one fight. Exactly, bro. He takes one break, goes and gets a title off a champ he knew he could, add it to the belt, to the collection, and then he takes on the fighter everyone wanted. Come on. This is a kid who also fought Lara at 154, who everyone said was the dark horse of that division. And when Lara left, did you guys see any of those other champions fight him, Mayweather included? Anybody fight Lara? No.
Right? The Charlo brothers don't. Hurd did. Hurd finally got back and got at Lara. But the Charlo brothers, Floyd Mayweather, everyone who was a champ when Canelo was there, did not fight Ezrealandi Lara.
There you go. Sorry for the long rant at the beginning of the show, but it saves you guys from a long rant at the end of the show, and I think it was pertinent.
What do you mean long rant? That was fine.
You think so?
Yeah. I gotta get another cup.
We're gonna do topical news of the shit that's gone on over the past 3 days since we recorded on Saturday night and had Easter. So this is about 3 or 4 days worth of news. I'm gonna try to do it in order, Andrew. I'm gonna try for doing it in reverse order. We'll see how it goes. I think these are newest to oldest. I think that's how I have them stacked. But I think they're all worthwhile, so I don't think that they deserve to be in any particular order. Let's start right off.
There it is.
Starting right off with Conor McGregor.
Told you.
For those of you who don't know, you can go to Fight Net Radio. Here's a big tip. Go to fightnetradio.com, click on Facebook, and you can click on our video section. Did you know we have this video, Andrew, in our video section?
No.
Well, I'm going to share something with you in our video section. Click on the videos and scroll down, and you will see the Conor McGregor return to the ring. We have it. Ooh, that's loud. We actually have the video of Conor McGregor's return to the ring. That would be him in an exhibition bout.
There it is.
We have that exclusive video and some of the boxing from people that were ringside. Well, that turned into a story. Conor McGregor uses cheap shot in surprise boxing fight against electrician.
Oh,
really?
Why'd they have to put against electrician in there?
Right?
That's against another fighter. Jesus.
Coming to us from the New York Post, Andrew, because why, Andrew? I want to hear you say it.
Fuck boxing scene.
Correct.
Yes.
Conor McGregor, combat sport return Friday. His opponent from Dublin's bout accused him of a cheap shot I ever caught him, the biggest cheap shot I ever caught in my life. McGregor returned to boxing ring for a competitive bout for the first time since he took on Floyd Mayweather in 2017 in a surprise exhibition against the local amateur boxer Michael McGrain in Crumlin Boxing Club's annual Good Friday show. Nothing says Jesus Christ like a good boxing match, Andrew. Dude, this is the funniest line ever. Okay? Annual Good Friday boxing show.
What's wrong with that, bro?
Yeah, let's box on the day Christ was killed, Andrew. How's that working for you? Oh well. But the 30-year-old McGregor was slammed after he launched straight onto the attack in the 4th round fight, and rather than touch gloves, he hit his opponent with a huge left hook.
What a dick.
It was the cheapest shot I ever caught in my life, said McGrain, whose full-time job is an electrician. You touch gloves at the start of the fight, and you're meant to go back to your corner, but Conor never went back to his corner. Conor leapt at me with a left hook. He caught me flush in the eye with his clinical left hook. It was a clinical left hook. I don't think Conor McGregor owns a clinical left hook, but you can't let that get to you, man.
This guy can't spell. There's a lot going on in this article.
We still had a fight.
It was the cheapest shot I ever caught in me life. It says me life.
It's the New York Post. Do you think they're actually reading it, or do you think they care more about their score? They care more about their sports odds and their Squarespace ads. Dude, I've been doing, for those of you who don't know, my daytime job is doing marketing, and really technically Andrew's daytime job is an electrician. If you have not really sort of picked up on these things, he has a specialty. He works on cooling and heating units on an industrial level. Did I capture that correctly for everybody?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, sir.
Okay. The reason I bring that all up, I've been doing squeeze pages like this lately, and I even told everybody while I was doing a webinar yesterday, I said, look, spell check. Nothing worse I hate than posting an article and seeing something that isn't spell checked correctly. I mean, your goal is to try to get somebody to click one of the ads on the side, but make the content count like somebody's actually going to read it. I mean, maybe someone like me is actually going to read it and read it out loud. I digress. It was a serious punch with McGrain still sprouting a bruise to his eye. McGregor returned to Crumlin Boxing Club, the venue he used to train during his youth. He started training at the club when he was 12 before winning the Dublin Novice Championship at 16 years old. Fun fact I didn't know, Andrew. McGregor stunned spectators in Dublin with guest appearance with the Irishman listed on the billing simply as another. The fight ended in a draw with both men posing for pictures after their contest. Well,
Damn,
okay,
McGregor.
so what is this asshole saying? He's going to sue him or take him to court or?
I don't give a damn, but why did McGregor not get a win? A draw? What the hell?
Because it's Good Friday, dude.
Oh, I thought he was trying to.
I don't know if that's actually the reason.
No, listen, he messed up. No one cares about him right now. Not only is he in trouble, right? He's got a lot of issues outside of the ring going on right now. Oh, is this the left hook? No, that can't be it.
Are they going to show the left hook? There it is.
I guess that is it, huh?
Yeah,
well, it didn't look like the other guy was ready to touch gloves
and
either.
behind his back, boom.
Yeah, but it looks like the other guy's ready to fight. You don't look like he's ready to shake hands.
No, they're fucking around, and he got caught with a left right out of the gate. Watch, boom.
Yeah, don't be mad.
How about shut the fuck up?
Yeah,
bitch?
McGregor got stupid speed, homie.
You're in the ring with a guy who knows that this video is going to stream out. You don't think Connor's going to just walk over and hang that left?
Yeah, no doubt. Protect yourself at all times.
I think about it, and having fought and been in a celebrity situation.
I don't know if people would buy into his boxing career as much as they would have after Floyd. See if he would have just built a boxing business with the UFC right after the Floyd fight. Say, I'm done with the cage. We're going to go to the ring. Me and Dana White. We're going to promote our own fighters. I'll be the headliner. We're talking millions. We're talking Paul Malignaggi would have made them millions of dollars. Paul Malignaggi.
I'm with you, bro.
Now he has that other guy. What's the other guy that just beat his ass? The fucking bear wrestler.
Oh yeah, no. Khabib Mandagi.
Yes. Yeah. So the UFC now, all the fans have that in their mind. The Mayweather whooping his butt. Like his star power has dwindled so much. Now I know he's still.
What should it matter? He's got $100 million, so he has.
What matters is another 100 million. Come on, stop it. Stop acting like 100 million is all we're shooting for. We know
100 is all you need in life, Andrew. I'm gonna be honest.
I understand that, but when you are ready to make money, when you're making that type of money, I think you make it until there's nothing to make anymore. There is no, I've made it to the top of the mountain and I'm done.
I agree with you. If you hit a hot streak, you
go with it.
You ride the hot streak, right?
That's right.
But he does live in Ireland, where the cost of living is like 12 cents to the American dollar.
Well, that's good. That's good. He's like Pacquiao.
He actively lives in Ireland, where the cost of living is non-existent.
Yeah, it's like Pacquiao. So he's a billionaire. He's really a billionaire.
He's really a billionaire. I'm not being shitty, but if I look it up, dollar to Irish, whatever the Irish dollar, it's the Irish pound.
Euro.
Yeah, convert pounds to dollars. So if I have, where is it? Irish pound. It's 70 cents on the dollar. Is that what they're saying here? Am I getting this right?
Just put it in right there. Irish
euros. They use euros. Which the euro doesn't have the same dollar to euro. Dollar to euro is not the same. Yeah, it's 90 cents on the dollar. So you're getting a 10% boost. So he's getting an extra 10 million on his 100 million.
Yeah, so he should have kept fighting. But whatever the case, he can still do it. Look, he can come out in the boxing side with the UFC and just have a few fights, but actually be the face of it to get other fighters to join. But I think he might have missed the boat. We will see. We'll see how much the UFC loves him if he does make a return to boxing.
Well, while we're on that particular topic, Andrew, why don't we just scoot on over to this story from Yahoo Sports? Dana White.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. Nice segue, right?
Is that a coincidence, Lee?
Like I'm a pro, Andrew. The story coming to us from Ken Pishna of MMA Weekly via Yahoo Sports. UFC President Dana White has made no secret of the fact that he's just as big a fan of boxing as he is of mixed martial arts. He's also been forthright about saying that he promises to delve into the world of boxing promotion, as he thinks the current state of boxing is lacking the punch it needs to thrive. I don't disagree with him so far. White began his public comments about a foray into boxing promotion shortly after he helped the Mayweather promotion put on the blockbuster bout between Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. So far, nothing has come to fruition. White, in a recent interview with CNN, doubled down on his promise to enter the world of boxing promotion, laying out his target for the second half of 2019 for an announcement. In doing so, White once again explained where boxing is lacking, using the heavyweight division as a prime example. I like Anthony Joshua. I think he's exactly what the heavyweight division needs right now, White said. What I don't like that they're doing right now is they're not fighting the best guys out there right now. They have Deontay Wilder and they have Tyson Fury, but who just fought to a draw in an incredible fight that people love. The rematch isn't happening with those two, and neither of those two are going to fight Joshua. Here we go again. These guys could do a round robin fight each other. Both guys could fight Joshua and they'd kill it. They'd make so much money and they would bring so much energy and life back to boxing. But these guys just keep shooting themselves in the foot. I'm not disagreeing so far with Dana. White has insisted.
We don't even know the UFC heavyweight champs. So stop.
Daniel
Who
Cormier.
the hell's that? Yeah, no one knows him. Sorry. No one knows that guy.
Actually, Andrew.
Lee, nobody knows that guy.
Alexa does. Don't get her started.
Is that the one that every time Jones is out of drug rehab, he whoops his ass?
The guy who whoops his ass. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. White has insisted that it motivates him. He
wipes his nose off and goes and gets a title. Is that the guy we're talking?
No, Daniel Cormier is the guy who wrestles with everybody and just rides them out for 5 rounds. And he wants, of course, you know who Cormier is. He wants boxing to return to its heyday when some of the biggest stars in the world were coming from that sport. Fighters like Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns. Why don't we just list everybody in boxing? This is a stupid paragraph. And there's no way that Dana White said all of these names. That's something that Ken Pishna, who knows jack shit about boxing, just wrote into the story. I'm just calling you out, Ken. I don't know you personally. I'm not trying to be a dick, but you wrote that paragraph as conjecture. I read too much content, Andrew. I shouldn't be allowed to edit stories. Today, however, while certain boxers... Oh, see, this is all commentary. Today, however, while certain boxers may be thriving in their home countries, they aren't crashing the boxing office. The boxing office? Crashing the boxing office? As much as White believes they could be in the United States. They aren't crashing the boxing office. Bruh, read your shit. This is Yahoo Sports. He intends to change that. I am making all my boxing moves after the summer. When the summer is over, you'll be hearing a lot about what I'm doing in the sport of boxing. Right now, Anthony Joshua should be a huge star in the United States too, but he's not. Wilder too. Who could you get that is more exciting than Wilder? Said Dana White. All right, there you go. There's your Dana White story, bro.
Very nice. I'm very interested to see what he's going to do to the heavyweight division.
Who could he get?
That's what I mean, Lee. He's got to have some heavyweight UFC fighter that he's going to bring over that's going to rock the world. Is there any, and I'm going to play you right now, is there any white heavyweight that marketing would be a monster if he transitioned to boxing? Do you know of anyone coming to your mind? Go to a UFC website. Okay.
If it were me and I could actually do it, I don't think he'd be able to beat anybody. I'd get Brock Lesnar in a pair of gloves.
He's got to win at least one fight. So if Brock
I'm sure you could find somebody for Brock to beat.
Because doesn't he have back issues? I could have swore Brock had some health issues though.
No, he had something else. He did have health issues. Okay. That was a while ago.
As long as it's not the back, because that's, to be in boxing, we need conditioning. You need jump rope. You need to do your sit-ups. Like, you got to have a good spine to be in boxing.
I'll throw one out there. Would you be interested in seeing Diaz versus McGregor as a boxing match?
Probably not them two together, but definitely them two on the same card versus boxers. Hell yeah. Yeah, you're talking about the Diaz brother, Nate Diaz or Nick Diaz?
Yeah. Well, I think
those are two. Those are two, but he said heavyweights. Can we go to the UFC heavyweight division? I would like to see if I can find the guy. I want to know who Dana White is talking about.
Well, no, he's just talking about the boxing heavyweight division. I mean,
I hear you. But...
Look, in an ideal world, I'll tell you who you'd like to get who would be a crossover star, but I don't know if he's willing because he recently lost. Fedor Emelianenko, who's actually under contract to a different organization, who was only in the UFC for 1 or 2 fights. would be an epic boxing star because he's from Russia. He's kind of like that Khabib. He's well known. He's a former kickboxer. He would be awesome. I think Stipe Miocic, I'm pretty sure, is a former kickboxer. Orlovsky is a former kickboxer.
Hey, what about Kane? Isn't he a kickboxer?
Kane lost just recently. He just lost on the last card.
But is he a kickboxer?
What? No, he's a wrestler. He's an NCAA wrestler.
Shit.
And that's his problem.
I know, but that's a whole nother
bitch can't take a punch, bro.
Yeah, no.
Alistair Overeem, who's looked like $1 million in his last fight, is a former kickboxer.
All right. You know what, Lee? That guy right
MMA,
there.
He's done K1. He can box, bro. And Alistair looks like a brick shithouse.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That'll sell a ticket. You see that man right there? If they can get him with the winning record, he's going to sell a ticket for Dana White. Dana needs to shock us with something like this. I don't even know if the Diaz brothers on the market side can sell as good as that Overeem.
You could put Silva on a boxing card. He's got kickboxing background. He's a little former Brazilian kickboxer.
How old is he, though? He looks old. He looks older than Overeem.
He's 44, but it's Anderson Silva, for God's sake.
Yeah, but the Overeem doesn't. How old is Overeem?
He wants that Roy Jones fight, and Roy Jones said yes to the fight. If you made that fight...
Roy Jones is such a C-level fighter, though, right now.
Listen, so is Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. It's a C-level fight.
Oh,
it's a fucking spectacle.
Stop.
Dude, is there anybody who believed that Conor had a shot in that fight? Anybody?
A lot of UFC fans thought he was going to do good.
No,
yes, sir.
I didn't actually meet anybody. Everybody said the same thing.
Whatever. Yeah, I know they're saying that now, but I could have swore he was knocking out everyone. He knocked out that amateur star, that Brazilian kid.
I'm not going to be shocked by this one, Andrew. I think that if he comes out after summer and his marquee match is Silva versus Jones, he can sell T-Mobile. He can make it a big weekend.
We know that they wanted that fight. They already made it. Silva already called out. Oh, wait. Who called out Roy Jones the other day and Roy Jones accepted?
Anderson Silva.
Was it Silva? Okay, so they've already made the fight.
Hold on.
Dana White didn't even have to be involved. Yeah, he got called out by someone, and Jones responded with, yeah, just send the contract and we'll fight.
Yeah, right here. December 29th.
Oh,
it's been going on for... Dude, this thing's been going on forever.
No, Roy Jones to Victor
Belfort is the last one who called him out.
There you go. Now, what about him? Is he a heavyweight?
Vitor is, I don't know if he's completely a heavyweight, but I think he's in the heavyweight division. He's definitely big, but he's another guy. You could do Vitor Belfort.
You can do Vitor. So there's a few heavyweights. There's a few heavyweights Dana White might be able to make a card with that would sell. You put Vitor, Silva, and Overeem all on the same card telling that they're going after Joshua? Yeah, there could be a sale there.
But he's 42 as well. I mean, what's the difference between putting a 42-year-old and a 44-year-old?
Well, I said Silva. No, I said Silva. Put him on the card. All three of them. It's got to be a UFC card. So if Dana White's really trying to make a heavyweight impression, all of these guys.
Yeah, literally find all the K1 guys that have any kind of boxing experience or skill. Right?
Yep.
Sign them up against low-level boxers, stack up your card, and go to town.
I mean, seriously, if Silva can get to 208, 210, he can fight Deontay. Deontay weighed 212. What was he in his last?
Oh, no. None of these guys are going to get a shot at Anthony Joshua. Let's all come back.
No, with Wilder. Wilder.
Oh, yeah.
He was 212 or something in his last fight, Wilder. He's a small heavyweight. I don't know how you lose weight. I don't know what happened there. He went from like 225 to 212. I don't know what's going on there.
Too bad. I don't think Francis Ngannou has any skill at boxing. But he's the guy you want in there. He's going to be a one-punch guy like Deontay as well. That would be interesting. Could you get George St. Pierre to do a boxing match? That would be huge. Wouldn't it be huge?
I don't. He's jiu-jitsu, man. That dude's not boxing.
It doesn't matter. I'm putting on a fight to sell tickets, bruh.
So St. Pierre's going to be like, what the fuck?
What am I doing in here? For God's sakes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I remember that jab. What fight was it when he closed that dude's eye up with the jab? Freddie had just gotten with them, and was it Penn? He might have beat PJ Penn with the jab. Yeah, I think it was Penn with the jab. All night he kept that jab in his eye. The eye shut down, and I don't know if they stopped it or what.
You can get George St. Pierre to do boxing for $10 million. I'm pretty sure George is going to say yes to an easy $10 million boxing match.
That's a nice paycheck.
That's not going to hurt his legacy at all.
None of this will. No.
Right?
Yeah,
He's still going to be remembered as the guy who came out of a 5-year retirement, beat a dude who was in a bigger weight class, stole the title on his first return fight. Like he's a legend. He can do one boxing match and cash in and get $10 or $20 million.
Yeah, no, and he's 37, bro. He's past his prime. So this is all this is for fun now.
Now he's at the 185. So you're talking about a light heavyweight who would actually want to take that fight that he could beat in the ring. That's a tough one. So you'd want him to fight somebody who's a light heavyweight in the top 10. Ideally, I'd tell you who I think George St. Pierre should fight. He should fight Bernard Hopkins. That would be epic.
Well, Hopkins hasn't fought in 3 years.
Got to be about $185 right now, right?
Yeah, no doubt. He's definitely in that weight division.
Heavyweight, top 10. I'll book this for Dana. Dana, pay attention to this video. I'm booking this. No, Kovalev will kill him. Bivol, he could beat Bivol.
Those are all good fighters. All those dudes are. Hey, Elder Alvarez, he looked like he didn't even want to be in the ring last time.
Arthur Butterbean is an easy take. Marcus Brown, no. Joe Smith, no. Barrera, yeah, he could beat a Barrera, right? Oh, you can take Rocky Fielding. He's still floating around between weights. He'll probably come in too small for the fight. Rocky Fielding might be the way to go. The guy who fought Canelo Alvarez and lost against George St. Pierre.
That Caro Murat profile pic is like 20 years old.
Yeah,
swear that dude looks nothing like that.
Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew just lost his last fight. Isn't he available? He's got
Adonis Stevenson.
Rocky money.
Oh,
that's a great fight.
It's a bad joke.
Actually, Tony Bellew could knock him the fuck out. That's a dangerous fight. Andre Ward.
Andre
Ward. Tell me this, Andrew. Legit. Andre Ward versus George St. Pierre at 185.
Yeah, but Ward ain't getting out of his seat for these guys.
Yeah, what's the number to get Andre Ward into a fight? 20 million?
Well, the last fight he made was 16, I believe, with Rock Nation. He made 16 million with the Kovalev rematch.
Andre Ward net worth. Didn't we do this before and we found out he only has like 10 million to his name?
Yeah,
8 million. This dude's taking a $10 million fight. He's taking a $10 million fight.
Put in there his purse for Kovalev because he was getting paid with. Now I don't know where this is coming from because I thought Rock Nation was paying him and Cotto. Ward has a $6 million
purse. Let's see what he got paid. WBA, IBF, blah blah blah. Son of God, blah blah blah. Ward, blah blah blah. This is so compelling as audio goes.
Oh, well, they should be watching the video. It's a lot better.
Yeah, well, they should be watching the video. Go to fightnetradio.com while I scroll down and try to read and
6.5 mil.
6.5. This dude's going to get off the couch for 10 million.
But wait a minute.
For 10 million.
He earns a reported 75% of the promoters generated from the bout via ticket sales and pay-per-view. I'm telling you, he walked. I don't know why his net worth is so low because could have swore he made 16 million on the way out. And that's a big percentage. Look at that. Earned 75%. That's a big cut for him.
What's the most disturbing part? That Guillermo Rigondeaux only made 120,000 for his fight?
No, never forget. We will never forget that Kovalev fought that night for free. It's the biggest robbery Kathy Duva ever did. I don't know how that man signed a contract, but look at what he was paid, Lee. There's nothing there.
He only took a percentage on the back end.
Very sad. Very, very sad.
Woo-hoo. Look at that image.
Roy Jones was the only other fighter that I ever seen do that. Roy Jones, for the rematch to Bernard Hopkins, did not want a guaranteed purse, only a percentage. The fight bombed on pay-per-view.
Oh, I'm saving that image. That's an image saver. That's going up at fightnetradio.com. So if you want to check out the photo, go to fightnetradio.com.
I was like, uh-oh.
What, the picture of Diana?
Yeah, I was like, uh-oh. Lee went to the special pictures.
Real estate agent. I was doing squeeze pages for her.
Okay.
Relax. I'm not going to be that stupid. Bro, please. All right, so we've now covered all of that. We'll take a breather story right here. This is more of a commercial break. Hey, tomorrow night, Andrew, Roy Jones Jr. Boxing has a card going on. The reason I'm bringing it up is not Roy Jones. It's kind of the segue in this whole thing. But he is got a fight card. Oh, is he talking about Amir Khan quitting?
Yeah, he quit and he's apologized.
Yeah, no, that's not the story that I want. Where's the Roy Jones Jr. boxing story? There was a Roy Jones Jr. boxing story snuggled in here. I guess I didn't. Well, I'll just say it. On Thursday night, there is a Roy Jones Jr. boxing card going off in Las Vegas. So shout out to our friends at Roy Jones Jr. Boxing. Connor Coyle is their main guy. He's an undefeated Irish boxer. As you and I are both aware, Andrew, an undefeated Irish boxer means money.
Got big dreams in America.
So they signed Connor Coyle to a contract. He's undefeated. He will be on UFC Fight Pass. So you want to go check out this Connor Coyle kid. If you're in Vegas, I can't stress it enough. I believe the fight's at Sam's Town. I actually just got an email about the whole thing right now and their weigh-ins while we were doing while we've been doing the show. Let me drop it on down. Here you go. So here's a little promotion from my friends over at Roy Jones Jr. Boxing. They did their weigh-ins. Their main event is Connor Coyle. It's kind of a big deal. Connor the Kid Coyle is 9-0 with 3 KOs at middleweight, right? He's fighting Robert Burwell, who's 8-2 with 3 KOs. So don't expect any kind of barn burner. The obvious reason for this setup is to get a shot at Bob's Irish boxer. I mean, I can see this train coming down the track a mile away, Andrew. They're literally setting up a massive payday between Connor and Bob's kid. Also on the fight card, there will be an 8-round co-feature between Fort Lauderdale lightweight Antonio Bang Williams, 9-0, 4 KOs, and Texas Eduardo Thunder Garza. Yeah. The reason I'm just telling you all this stuff, you guys want to go. It's dirt cheap. It's $30 for risers that'll put you right up against the ring. I believe it's at Sam's Town, to be precise. Let me check.
You better be a pretty damn good puncher to name yourself Hands of Stone.
Right?
Yeah, that's a risky one there. That's like doing a cover song on Whitney Houston or something. You know what I mean?
It is
like
Sam's Town Live. You can't beat it. It's a really cool little venue.
Damn, they sold out. Look at that.
Yeah, they always sell good seats for this thing, right? This is, and I'm gonna say it, it's ballroom boxing. Don't get it twisted. But you're gonna get a lot of fights. You're gonna get good value for your buck at $30, right? I can get a riser. Actually, this seat right here, up at the top, that seat for $30. That's where Bobby Capucci and I sat for one of the Tough Enough cards that we went out to for charity. And you're still not that far from the ring. They're great seats. So big shout out to Sam's Town, Roy Jones Jr. Boxing. I've done my part, Andrew.
Very nice.
I've done my part for their promotion.
It's all for the
Moving
locals
back
in
into
LA,
story.
Las Vegas. Go ahead.
Triple G calls for Canelo trilogy fight, but there's a catch. Okay? This coming to us from the Express, home of the Daily and Sunday Express. I believe this is a UK website. Why, Andrew, are we using everybody but our normal sources? Say it. I want to hear you say it.
Fuckboxingscene.com.
Correct. The former WBA, WBC, IBO middleweight champion fought the Mexican in 2017 and September 2018. Both contests were epic bouts and solidified the pair's statuses as the best middleweights on the planet. Golovkin ended up on the wrong side of the decision verdicts, though many boxing fans and pundits believe that the Kazakhstanian, you actually did that incorrectly, it would be believe the Kazakhstanian, was twice robbed of the victory by poor judging. And I agree. A rubber match has been the front runner of Golovkin's mind ever since the second Las Vegas encounter, which somehow managed to top their first bout. Although he's scheduled to fight Steve Rolls in June, and if you're scratching your head listening to this going, Who the fuck is Steve Rolls? We'll get to it in a minute.
Nice.
Golovkin's desire to extract revenge upon Canelo hasn't waned. His willingness to face him in Las Vegas, however, has completely disappeared. I'm a fighter, so I will fight no matter what, Triple G said. If it seems like the fight is going to Las Vegas, now we know we've seen Vegas, true color, and will not try and get out of the fight, but we'll try and change the situation to make it better for both fighters. Would you like me to read between the lines already? I don't want to fight in Las Vegas because Oscar can fix the cards. I'll say it. He won't, but I will. Golovkin's promoter, Tom Loeffler, who many of you have never heard of, is also keen for a venue change for Canelo Triple G3 and the ideal fight happening in Madison Square Garden in New York. Good spot, because that's where Loeffler is. Canelo fought here in December, said Loeffler. He told the Garden he likes fighting here. Golovkin has fought here at Madison Square Garden. I think the third fight between Canelo and Golovkin will come down to the economics in regards to the highest offer. In the first two fights with Canelo, there was no, did I miss a line? Option for Gennady. Who fucking prints an article like that? They put it to us that Canelo will only fight Gennady in Vegas. We love the MGM and the T-Mobile Arena and the way he was treated. But when you arguably win 2 fights in a row and only one judge out of 6 scores it for him, there's something wrong. For whatever reason, there's something wrong. Wow. They're being pretty blatant, Andrew. So that'll be a big point for the negotiations, the locations, because now he's no longer obligated to fight in Las Vegas like he was in the last 2 fights. Canelo will defend his WBA super middleweight against Daniel Jacobs a week on Saturday, and Golovkin plans on facing the Fighting Pride of Mexico regardless of the outcome of his fight with Jacobs. We're not going to look at his demanding such as a title, Golovkin said of Canelo. I'm hoping to fight him, title or not. All right, Andrew, let's get to it, shall we? There's a lot to unpack here. Basically, Tom Loeffler and Triple G are saying, I can't get a fair shake in Las Vegas. Let's start with that comment right out of the gate. Can Triple G get a fair fight in Vegas?
He got a draw, didn't he?
Draw in the first fight, lost in the second fight.
Okay.
And only one judge out of both fights scored it at all for Triple G.
So he actually didn't lose both fights. So one fight was a draw. Nobody won that one. And, you know, there was many, whoever thought Canelo won, there was many who thought Triple G won, and there was many who thought Canelo won. That was not a one-sided fight there. The rematch, he lost. He lost his own game. I mean, he told Canelo not to run. Canelo said, I'm not, and then beats his ass standing there. Yes, did Canelo, was it stupid? Of course, look at his eye. Canelo took a cut because of it. Got scar tissue over his eye because he wanted to prove himself, but he did. He outlanded him to the body in the rematch. Nah, you know, Triple G's just talking here. He probably wants more money to have the fight in Vegas. The fight's going to be in Vegas because Vegas pays more. We all know this, you guys. There's a thing called the casinos. They put up money to the promoters to get the fight in their city because the fans are going to buy stuff. They're going to gamble. They're going to eat. This is why all the promoters say they don't like Vegas until the Vegas bosses call them and go, hey, collectively, we all came up with $11 million, $12 million. We'll give you right now if you bring that fight here. Done. Sold. Think Madison Square Garden's doing that? Think New York is coming together and giving them, you never heard of that. You won't. The fight doesn't leave Las Vegas, Lee, for that simple reason. The money's guaranteed.
Okay, what do you say to only one judge out of six judges over 2 fights? Only one has scored it for Triple G.
In the first fight, it was a very
first fight
close.
And second fight. He's saying on 6 scorecards, right? There's 6.
I had him losing the second one, I believe, bro. I think if you go back, I had him losing the race. So I was okay.
I understand that. I want you to
react.
Okay,
so my scorecard, so my scorecard didn't have him winning either. So I mean,
I understand that, but Triple G is saying he's not getting a fair shake. I mean, at the very least, wouldn't you make the argument point that one judge in each fight would have saw it his way?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. What about the first fight that it was a draw? You sure that didn't go one way, then draw?
Yeah, that's what it was. One way
so
draw.
Then, and then you said only one judge out of 6. Okay, got you.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell him. Hey, look, fight him again. You went 12 rounds. He didn't get dropped. He didn't get hurt. Don't be scared. He's not scared. I know he's not scared. He wants more money. I already know what he's playing here, you guys. This has nothing to do with Las Vegas. Las Vegas made this man rich. He ain't mad at those judges. He loves Las Vegas. Matter of fact, you go pull up what he was saying before the fights. He always wanted to fight in Las Vegas. It's the mecca of boxing. So he got rich. He got his piece. He's not mad. He wants more money. No way he's mad.
All right. With that said, let's go to the other big Triple G news of literally a few hours ago.
Shocking surprise. Yes.
4/12 as of today. So this is the latest news. This comes to us from the fattest man in boxing, Dan Rafael, ESPN senior writer and winner of the Brunch Bowl. That's right. Dan Rafael, winner of the Brunch Bowl. It's a competition held only at ESPN exclusively to see who could eat the most at the brunch buffet each and every week. He is undefeated, Andrew. Undefeated. And this is the article. Triple G splits with his longtime trainer, Abel Sanchez. The changes keep coming for former unified middleweight champion Gennady Golovkin. On Wednesday, Golovkin announced perhaps the biggest change of all, that he parted ways with longtime trainer Abel Sanchez, who was an integral part of his success since they got together for Golovkin's first world title bout in 2010. I would like to announce, Golovkin said in a statement, I would like to announce that I have made a major decision for myself and for my career. I want to build on what I have already achieved and continue to better myself. Therefore, I will not be training with Abel Sanchez. This was not an easy decision for me, and it's not a reflection of Abel's professional abilities. He is a great trainer, a loyal trainer, and a Hall of Fame trainer. I will be announcing my new trainer at a later date, but today I want to thank Abel for the lessons he has taught me in boxing. Sanchez did not take the firing well. Abel Sanchez said, and I quote to ESPN, he's greedy and ungrateful. He just signed a $100 million contract with DAZN, and all of a sudden you have to make drastic steps because you don't have enough money. I feel for the morals and the scruples of somebody like that. It's all over money. I wouldn't take what they were trying to insult me with. It's very disappointing because I would have guessed that this young man would do that. I thought this young man had more scruples, more morals, and a better upbringing. I never thought it would corrupt him like that. I was blindsided, really. All right, let's cut to the chase. Really I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the bottom line is he was only offered a fifth of the money to train him, a fifth of the contract.
You got to give me, so what's a fifth? You got to tell me what was the dollar terms, because Triple G is the one who earned that contract. I'm sorry. He's the one inside the ring. He's the one taking the punches. This is late in his life. This is not him as a young man, right? So Abel Sanchez has been making money off this guy for a long time. Who was the one that was really ungrateful and greedy? You better look in the mirror one time.
I agree. So they're getting ready for their fight with Rolls. He's going into camp. He offered him 1/5 of the purse offer, right?
Give me a calculator. What is the? I need.
Well, I
numbers.
don't know what he's being offered to fight Rolls. I don't think that's part of the $100 million deal.
Oh, you think it's per fight? He lowered his.
I think it's per fight. I wouldn't give fuck Abel Sanchez. He wants $5 million fucking dollars for what, bro? You're telling me you earned that $100 million? You've only been with me since 2010. I can already see Gennady having this discussion. Are you out of your fucking mind? You want $5 million? I mean, look, I'm sure that he wanted to give him something as a token, and Abel's like, I want more. Fuck you, bro. What do you think you're worth? 10%? 20%? I mean, he's literally only trained him for the last 8 or 9 years, right?
I find that weird, because I thought Abel had recruited Golovkin in the amateurs. But it's weird. It says from there, Sanchez guided. All right, Panama City, where he knocked out in the first round intermittent. Yeah,
Golovkin was 20-1-1 with Sanchez in the corner.
Yeah, I always thought they must have known each other in the amateurs or something, though, because there's a famous story where Sanchez gave Triple G the Chavez Rosario fight and told him he wanted him to watch the fight over and over again to mimic Chavez's style. And that's where Triple G got into the whole Chavez is one of his favorite fighters, the Mexican style, da-da-da-da. You know, that all came from that story, but it must have been when he was already a pro. I thought it was in the amateurs that he grabbed him. So, yeah, he doesn't even do – I mean, come on. I guess he might have made him better. He might have tightened up his skills.
I'm not saying that he didn't do any of that. What you get paid per fight. You're a trainer, bro. Yeah. I signed a contract with DAZN. This fight breaks down to, let's say that Rules is a $10 million fight, right? Okay. Here's what you make. Sorry to break it to you. You're only getting.
I want to say he's a $20 million dude. Hey, it's a $20 million fight per fight. Isn't it like 5 fights, 20 million comes out to 100 million?
Okay, so that's $1 million for Sanchez. Are you telling me that you want more than $1 million to train me? Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah, you're a millionaire for fucking holding pads.
That's based on the information I've seen floating around the net. It's obvious this came down to money, but nobody has said point blank really what the insulting amount was. But the numbers that I saw in the chat room and a couple of other places I did the homework on, it basically he's offering him $1 million a fight to train him.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course, Lee, of course it's $1 million because 10% of 20 is $2 million, correct?
Right.
So yeah, it's got to be $1 million. He's giving him $1 million. So that means he was going to give him $5 million for the contract. He takes $95 million. You know, whatever. Be grateful you're making millions doing what you're doing. You know, once
it's
again,
an awful lot of money. I don't know what the current price is. I don't know what it costs to get Freddie Roach. But if Jesse Vargas is getting trained,
I thought it was 10%. I could have swore that the trainer makes 10%. Now you're talking about the whole team, though. You know what I'm saying? The cut man, the trainer, the assistant
the whole
trainer.
package is 10%. If he's talking 5% plus cost fees in the corner, like it, yeah, you're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind.
Because right now,
you can get Freddie Roach for God's sakes.
Well, and not only that, Lee. Right now, where Triple G's at in his career, he don't need a trainer. This is what the part in their careers when these fighters, these elite fighters, these guys that were on top of the world in their prime, when they get in their 30s, they already know how to get in weight, they get in shape. They know how to get cut down for a fight. They know how to throw their most lethal combo is imprinted in their DNA. They throw it in their sleep. They don't need a trainer to go, oh, I want you to do something. We're going to do something new today. You never see these guys do anything new. Very seldom do we see a Bernard Hopkins or a Marco Antonio Barrera that switch up their career midway through it. These guys stay the same. Right. They're like robots.
They're motivational speakers, right?
Exactly.
And if that's the case, Virgil Hunter's available.
Okay? Exactly. At the $1 million price.
And Virgil Hunter gets people to be convinced that they can win big fights.
And he'd be grateful for $1 million. Come on now, that ungrateful thing. Then you got to look in the mirror one time, Mr. Millionaire. You're a millionaire. Come on, it's not like he wasn't.
I'm going to say this right now, and I'm going to help. I don't think Triple G listens to the show, but I do think that his friends and family do. So at least I assume that, Andrew. I believe that everybody somehow connects to this show.
Yeah, I know. We had like
get this word. Wait, I'm going to put out a
hits this week.
Yes, I'm going to put this little tip out to the Triple G camp. Hey, tell him Floyd Senior's available.
Right.
You can get him for like a Happy Meal and $100,000, and maybe he'll teach you the shoulder roll.
What a jerk! He said a Happy Meal. He likes tacos. Hey, the 3 taco meal at Taco Bell. Remember that's what he ate on 24/7.
Ooh, do like the 3 taco. Look, I can't disrespect that, man.
That's what Floyd Senior was eating on the way to go.
We could jump to a photo of me at your wedding, and I can tell you specifically that that's the 3 Taco Bell meal right there, bro. There you go. That's the Triple G saga playing out. Let's do a Mikey Garcia story. Mikey Garcia is going to vacate the WBC.
He's still scared. He's still scared. Go ahead, Lee.
Mikey Garcia to vacate the WBC lightweight title at 140 pounds. This coming to us from Bad Left Hook. part of the SB Nation. Go to badlefthook.com as a shout out. According to a report at ESPN.com.Mexico, that would be the MX
Mexico. Part. What the fuck?
.mx is Mexico, bro.
Oh, cool.
Mikey Garcia is set to vacate the WBC lightweight title and be named champion emeritus.
Oh, God.
Fuck you, Suleiman.
Well, for what? Didn't he lose? What the fuck is he?
I love this part. By the sanctioning body, call it what it is. By Suleiman, all right?
It doesn't even make sense. He lost to Spence.
The only emeritus champion that I can name in the history of the WBC who deserved to be called champion emeritus was maybe Klitschko Sr., right?
Yeah, he retired as the champ.
Right. Went on, became a humanitarian.
Lennox Lewis retired as the champ. This is why they got those titles.
There's an emeritus. Great. There's a champion emeritus. If you ever come back, bro, you're good to go. So now we're going to give it to Mikey Garcia because he's vacating the lightweight title at 140. Oh,
is it the lightweight title? Oh, that's it. That's the catch. Okay, Lee, that's the catch. My bad. He moved
down to 140 pounds after his failed attempt to fight at 147. Against Errol Spence in March. The move has been expected pretty much by everyone, but Garcia, 39-1 with 30 KOs, was given a respectable amount of time by the WBC in order to make the decision. The 31-year-old Garcia won the WBC 135-pound title in January 2017, knocking out DAZN Zaklichin, who we will never talk about again on this show. Yeah. In the third round, he defended it just once, unifying with Robert Easter and gaining the IBF belt in July 2018. After that fight, he was ordered by the IBF to face Richard Comey, but Garcia had his sights firmly set on trying his hand at the welterweight against Errol Spence. He vacated the IBF belt in October, but the WBC allowed him to keep their title, and they haven't ordered a mandatory defense. Garcia's status as champion emeritus at 135 with the WBC means that if he does at some point move back down to lightweight, he could get an immediate title shot.
And I'm calling bullshit, Lee. You know what that is? That is a free ticket to Mikey's next fight. Oh, here's your emeritus title. Here, we get to announce, can we come to your next fight? He's not going back to 135. Who are they kidding here? He fought at 147. Now he says he's going to 140. There is no dropping back to 135. They're just doing that to get their asses into the next fight, just in case he's not fighting for the WBC junior welterweight title, which is held by Jose Ramirez from Top Rank. So most likely he's not fighting for that title.
Unbelievable.
And he's scared. And he's fucking scared. Let me tell you guys something. Mikey Garcia knows damn well Terrence Crawford is going to come a-calling if his ass stays at 147, so he's leaving. Just like he left Top Rank because of Terrence Crawford, he's still running, but he's got problems because he's running out of options. See, when he drops down to 140, those are all surrounded by Top Rank guys themselves, too. Progas and Ramirez being the top two fighters in that division. So I really don't know where Mikey Garcia is going to go. You got Lomachenko at 135. You got fucking Terrence Crawford at 147. And you got the two Pirog and Ramirez at 140. He's running out of options here. He needs to stay his ass at 147 and just keep ducking Terrence Crawford. Do what the other guys do. Wait in line, fight Berto, fight one of those has-beens, those losers that the PBC loves to recycle, and then you'll be fine. Drop down to 140. They look scared. They look scared. I'm sorry. What's your excuse? What's your excuse when Bob Arum says, Mikey, fight Terrence Crawford? What are they going to say, Lee?
I agree. Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman in the works for July 20th. This coming to us from boxingnews24.com. I don't even know if it's a trusted source for boxing. It's just a website for boxing, but I can't even move on the story because it won't let me scroll.
It's going to happen.
How shitty is this fucking website that I can't, my fucking computer's locked up. How shitty is that?
That's not good.
Well, we'll let it go. Andrew, what do you think of Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao?
It's a good fight for Thurman. I don't know what it does for Pacquiao. Keith Thurman's a guy who's been inactive for the last 2 years, has one fight or so. So for him, this catapults his career, his resume if he beats Pacquiao. Yeah, Pacquiao beats Thurman. He's going to get respect within the PBC community. I'll tell you what, that Floyd Mayweather fight couldn't get any bigger than that moment for him if he beats Thurman. Because Lee, then if he doesn't take Mayweather after Thurman, he's going to have to wait for Spence. I don't know if Manny gets past Spence at his age. I don't even see him getting past Thurman. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if he did get past Thurman, the Mayweather rematch is dead on. That it would be hot. So that's why Pacquiao is doing this. He really didn't have another option. I never thought the Mayweather fight was going to get made because there's too much of a demand on the money. Their egos are now stopping the rematch because both guys want max money and they don't deserve it. Mayweather don't deserve $180 million to face a 40-something-year-old Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao don't deserve $25 million to face Floyd on their comeback. He's just not that fighter anymore, and he keeps demanding that he is.
This all started the night before on the 23rd by Mike Coppinger. Shout out to Mike Coppinger of the LA Times. Source is Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman are closing in on a deal for a Fox pay-per-view welterweight title bout being pegged for July 20th in Las Vegas. There doesn't appear to be any big hurdles to clear in completing the deal. Big-time fight this summer. So that's the source to this whole thing, Andrew.
This is what we thought was going to happen if Crawford did not impress with Khan. They were going to announce Pacquiao Thurman, and I'm pretty sure that Spence is going to take on Sean Porter, and that's going to be real scary for Top Rank. That's, really all they're going to have left is Mr. Philadelphia, Danny Garcia. I really think Bob Arum's going to have to push for that fight. I got two names, Lee, and I thought of this. I think we already talked about it, matter of fact. Danny Garcia and Timothy Bradley, I think, are going to be two names that are going to be brought up a lot to face Terrence Crawford in his next fight. Danny should look at it because he's going to be on the sidelines for a while himself. I don't know when the next big payday he's going to be in, and that the Crawford fight would do both of them good money, I believe, on pay-per-view and at the gate.
Just to clarify, so we don't have a long argument, you believe that somebody from the PBC will fight somebody from Top Rank?
As Amir Khan crossed over,
Amir Khan is managed, but not really represented for that.
But he was on PBC fights, so I'm just saying I think Danny Garcia is in a position to capitalize on his win against Adrian Granados. Remember, that's not an A-lister there. If Danny can somehow pull a $5 million payday off a Adrian Granados fight, I think your management team did great for you. If they just string him out and keep him fighting Andre Berto or who's the Puerto Rican we were talking about? Who's the Puerto Rican fighting there? Knocked out Victor Ortiz. Luis Collazo, sorry. You see Danny fighting something like that. I mean, come on. What a big letdown. Garcia versus Crawford is a good fight. Danny's got the power to test Crawford's chin seriously at the 147 division. He only has 2 defeats, both against champions. So it's a decent fight. I think Bob Arum needs to look at again, especially, like I keep saying, I really do believe Pacquiao, Thurman, Spence, and Porter are the future of the PBC. I think Al Heyman has convinced these 4. This is what's going to happen. Maybe he's got a carrot in front of him saying the winner gets the big shot at the big fella. Who knows? But I don't see Terrence Crawford in their future, at least for a year and a half now.
And for those of you wondering, I don't think the fight will ever happen. So just so you're aware.
Which fight? Danny Garcia and
Danny
Crawford?
Garcia against anybody from Top Rank.
Oh, whatever. Blah, blah,
blah. And here's why. From the LA Times, Bob Arum claims Al Heyman will discourage Errol Spence fight deal with white
we went racist now. Here we go.
As fans were still sorting out the Terrence Crawford low blow and convinced Amir Khan's trainer to stop the fight, Crawford's promoter Bob Arum followed by aiming verbal barrage below the belt. The target of Arum's wrath was his longtime adversary and alleged human being, Al Heyman, the powerful manager whose PBC stable features unbeaten IBF champion Errol Spence of Texas. WBO welterweight champion Crawford, after knocking down Khan in the first round and outboxing him through the point that the low blow provoked a timely exit strategy, wants to fight Spence next. Here we go. I don't even have my device near me.
No, it's Spence talking. This is Spence.
Go on the floor.
Whatever. It's Spence.
Crawford said, "Everyone knows I want Spence to fight. That's the fight everyone wants. It's the fight I want to prove I'm the best welterweight in the division. I'll fight every fighter put in front of me." Arum said I want him badly for the fight. Jesus, stop asking me. Arum said he badly wants to match the champion performing at their peak too for the sake of the sport. Last month, Spence starred in his first pay-per-view bout on Fox, dominating 4-division champion Mikey Garcia at AT&T Stadium. God, I really don't know what happened to my megaphone. It dropped on the floor because of a cat. It's inexcusable. Jesus Christ, stop asking me. Not to make this fight. People want to see it. But while Arum's top-ranked promotional stable is paper-thin of quality welterweights, Heyman features legendary 8-division champion Manny Pacquiao, unbeaten World Boxing Association's Keith Thurman, World Boxing Council champion Sean Porter, and former 2-division belt wearer Danny Garcia, who was also sensational Saturday while winning in Carson. Spence can't find a welterweight better than the one generally considered one of the sport's top pound-for-pound talents. But he and Heyman are certainly in a stronger leveraging position. Arum says he'll keep his vow to attempt to reach Heyman by telephone. Who knows if Al Heyman even has a telephone? Earlier this week to inquire if Crawford Spence is possible, but the veteran promoter said he believes he already knows how the conversation will go. Arum alleged that Heyman will discourage Spence from fighting from a business deal with an outside white promoter. And here is what he had to say. Heyman's going to say, "Spence, listen to me. Don't listen to the white guys. Because if you listen to the white guys," by the way, I'm not making this shit up. You can go
know, right?
Times. Watch the video. I'm reading this verbatim. Listen, Heyman's going to say, "Spence, don't listen to me. Don't listen to the white guys, right? Because if you listen to the white guys, they're going to steer you down that road. Listen to me, brother. We're part of the brotherhood."
Oh, man, he went
If I'm
bad.
telling you not to fight Crawford, I'm telling you not to fight Crawford, Arum said. Hilarious.
Wow.
That point dissolves when it's considered Arum has stopped fights by considering long-term
He
boxing
said we're
business
part of a
too.
brotherhood.
Brotherhood, brother.
Al Heyman
Part of the
did not
brotherhood,
say
brother.
that.
Listen to me. Don't listen to the white guys. I love that so much. Arum
Do these guys know we got to pull out the calculator after? Turning down major money here because of a white guy? Really? That's what's winning them over? I know it's Arum saying it, but damn if that's true.
It's a white guy. Don't listen to him, Andrew.
Told you that now.
Shout out to Lance Pugmire, by the way, of the LA Times. I love your pieces, Lance. Don't listen to the white guys. Oh, my God. What's the title of this show? Bob Arum says, "Don't listen to the white guys." Oh.
And he has Lou DiBella working. I just don't, Bob, he's trying everything right now to even get a statement out of Al Heyman's
I want to know if that was released by that'll piss off Heyman. So in my mind, this is how it is over at Top Rank in Vegas, right? There's a room full of younger people sitting around with Bob, and then there's like 3 or 4 older guys like Lee Samuels and a couple of the longtime promoters all sitting around. What do you think it'll take to get Heyman to budge? I don't know. Like a writer's meeting before the Tonight Show, right? They're just throwing shit on little cards on the wall for him to come up with. Well, Bob, what if you call up Lance Pugmire over at the LA Times and tell him that Heyman won't make it because you're white? I love it. Let's do it. And there you go. We now have allegedly. I don't know how it really works. And by the way, I don't know this Top Rank. I know you're very good to me. This show is comedy. I want to picture it that way, that it's like a fucking Tonight Show writers' room where they're like, what do you think we should do next? I don't know. Let's go on ESPN and stream it. I love it. Fuck HBO. Right? I want to just believe that they pitch ideas at Bob like he's Vince McMahon, scripting out next week's show. Well, what do you think we should do with so-and-so? I love it. Let's do it. Right? Yes. Wouldn't you like to believe that's really how Top Rank works? And then somebody like Lee Samuels just kind of leans back in his seat real quietly. I don't know, Bob, that seems a little extreme to me. But I like it. Heyman's got to get off his ass and make a decision. I want to believe that's how Top Rank Boxing really is. That Bob Arum is really Vince McMahon when it comes to these. Like, people are just spitballing ideas. What if you have Lomachenko come down on a horse and then spit at the camera? I love it. Let's do it. Bob, what are we going to do about Pulev? He's not getting enough media exposure. We'll get a whore to be there and interview him. He'll kiss her, and then we'll catch her on videotape lap dancing after the fight. Hire that Allred bitch. This'll be great. I don't know, Bob. It's, Lee Samuels leaning back in his seat. I don't know, Bob. Seems a little extreme. Pulev's a nobody. We're going to make him famous on TMZ. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be the greatest? Like, that book finally comes out after Bob's dead. The real story of Top Rank Boxing. And secretly, Bob has been orchestrating everything as these, he turns out to be the greatest promotional mind of all time. Everything.
He really is. He sort of is already. And he worked with the mob.
I still think Floyd's in the top running. I mean, Floyd did make us believe he couldn't read, Andrew.
But Bob made Floyd, so.
I know, but Floyd.
You got to remember.
The world he couldn't read.
He took titles out of Levander Johnson's hands and put them in Jose Luis Castillo's hands to give Floyd that WBC title. He took Oscar De La Hoya and told Floyd, shut your mouth. You're not fighting him for years. Floyd loses that fight. Floyd might have lost both fights. Levander Johnson was like, 35-1 when Floyd would have just been a rookie fighting him. I'm not going to get
All right.
Bob Arum.
We're saying that Bob Arum is the greatest promoter of all time.
Go look at the scorecards of that Castillo fight, you guys. Tell me Top Rank didn't have their hands in it that night.
Bob Arum or Vince McMahon?
It's Bob Arum. They both make great money. Come on, you're talking oranges and apples here. Both of those guys are legends. I don't know
if Bob is secretly orchestrating. Like, this is the craziest statement ever in a politically correct society, dude. This is some really crazy ass shit.
Like white people.
Dude, can you believe?
Hey,
listen to me. Don't listen to the white guys.
You got Deontay screaming to this day. So maybe that's where Bob got it from.
Don't listen to the white guys.
Listen to me, brother.
That is strong.
Listen to me. That sounds like Vince McMahon. Listen to me, brother.
Listen to me, brother. Like Hulk Hogan. Listen to me, brother. I'm coming to you.
There you go. That's Hulk. Yeah.
Hey, brother. What you gonna do when Errol Spence runs wild on you? Dude, this is crazy. This is the craziest. This might be the craziest thing I've ever even seen printed. And I realized that they had to feed this story to Lance Pugmire.
Lee, you do know they're desperate. You do know that's what this is right here, correct?
Right, there's nobody to fight. What's he going to get? Maybe Danny Garcia. I could see Al Heyman actually on the phone going with him, hey, Bob, saw your comments. That's really, if Al Heyman is a real person, I'll keep stating that for the record. So he calls up Al Heyman, right? Al's on the phone. Saw the LA Times, Bob. That's some pretty funny shit. But the best you're going to get is Danny Garcia.
That's right. And I want top dollar. I want top dollar.
I want $20 million for Danny Garcia.
You never know.
What are you saying, you insane man? I don't even know if you're real. How am I not sure that I'm not talking to Floyd Mayweather right now? I don't know, Bob. We've never met face to face.
I would like to see what does it say about Danny? Can you find Danny's name in this article? You keep going up.
Not at all. They don't bring up Danny at all.
Well, why is this picture right there?
Well, they're just saying that he's one of the talents.
Okay.
That's out there.
All right.
But they're making it pretty clear Crawford wants one of the belts, right? And all
but
the
he can't
belts
have that. The sad part to Terrence Crawford, he didn't do his job on Saturday night. Not only should you have knocked Amir Khan's ass out in 9 minutes, you didn't look into the camera and call one of the other champions out. Don't give me this bullshit. I want to fight everyone, but I'm not a part of that. I just fight who my promoter tells me. Don't give me that bullshit. Look in the camera and call every single guy out. And I promise you, the boxing world will respond. You will start seeing the memes, the tweets. Hey, when you call them out, have Bob Arum step up right behind you and say, blackball whoever doesn't fight this man next that holds a title in the 147 division. We want them all. We already know Manny and them were scared. They were literally scared. You guys, Mikey Garcia left the welterweight division because of Terrence Crawford. Mikey's like, hey, I can't fight any of the champs. I just lost to Spence. I'm out. He knows damn well everyone's going to say, well, hey, Mikey, you want to fight Lomachenko, but what if we go back and you fight Terrence Crawford again? They don't want none of that. They don't want none of that. Hey, Lee, here's a name. Cal Brook. Did you hear about the Cal Brook? I guess Cal Brook's asking for Crawford. So you know what? There's their little scapegoat. I just remembered that. Cal Brook, I guess, got into it with Terrence Crawford's sister at the fight. She came out saying, you don't want any from my little brother. He said, we can do this fight. That could be Terrence Crawford's next fight, Cal Brook, UK. They said they won't go to the UK. Right now, Lee, the money that the UK is generating, Terrence Crawford, he did 14,000 in Madison Square Garden. We don't know what was comped, what was not. The UK, they'll sell out a big arena. They'll do 20,000 guaranteed sold for Cal Brook Crawford, once again for Terrence to go to the UK and defend. Or I think he won the title there, but this time he'd be defending.
Roy Jones commented this past week, Amir Khan quit and he needs to apologize to boxing fans. I love this story. This past Saturday night, ESPN pay-per-view main event was expected to be something of a mismatch between Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan. Khan was stopped by a low blow in the 6th round. The ruling of the TKO victory was for Crawford, as Khan's corner pulled him out of the fight when he said he couldn't continue to fight. Khan is no stranger to criticism, but this has been a new level. For one thing, he keeps insisting that he didn't quit in the fight, even when Crawford put the question to him point blank at the post-fight press conference. Many feel also exaggerated the low blow, which appears to have landed more on the thigh than on the groin. ESPN analyst and veteran trainer Teddy Atlas, particularly critical, saying of Khan, he knows how to put himself into the position to make money, and he has made money, but again, at the peril of the audience who pays for the money. Wow. And saying that the fight hurt boxing in general, as well as the ESPN boxing brand. Add 4-division champion and future Hall of Famer Roy Jones himself, now an analyst and trainer, as well as promoter, to the list of Khan's critic. This is what he said. Amir Khan quit. I love Amir. I love him for his heart. He did a lot of things as an amateur that I was really excited about. I think he's a great fighter, but when you quit, nobody gets a pass. Man, in boxing, that's why people always complain about why I won't quit boxing. Because in my heart, when I go into the ring, you're going to carry me out. I don't want to go out there on my feet. If I lost, carry me out.
No, I wish you would have said that at 28, but keep going.
I want to give it all or get it all taken away from me. I'm not happy to lose a fight standing on my 2 feet. I'm not happy with that. A foul, my mind is so beyond that. A foul would never really stop me from fighting unless it was a foul that got my orbital bone broken, or something that's going to affect the rest of my life. A low blow is not really going to affect the rest of my life.
Now look, Lee. Oh, there's more. Never mind.
Yeah, let's get all his quotes in. I love you as a fighter. I've respected you since you were an amateur. You went up 2 weight classes and took on Canelo. You did a lot of beautiful things to show that you have courage. This is the time when you were in a no-win situation and you refused to continue. Whether you knew the rule or you didn't know the rule, whatever the case may be, you stopped at a time when you knew you could have given more. You didn't give us the fans your
It's not
all.
right.
You
It's
have
not
to
right.
apologize.
No,
we respect
bullshit.
that. Be a man. Be honest.
No, I'm tired of him talking already. I'm tired of him talking. He's fucking lying. Listen to me. Virgil Hunter stopped that fight. You can hear it on. They're all trying to hide from. They're all trying to cover for Virgil Hunter. Okay, Andre Ward's trainer. He's the one that tried to get Amir Khan out of that fight. Amir Khan never said no. You don't see. Yes, Amir's playing. Yes, he's playing the injury. He's trying to get as much time as he can. Do I think he had a thought when it first happened that this might get him out of the fight with the win? Yes, I do. But as that ref is telling Amir Khan, do you want to continue? You see him say yes, and then his corner's like, no. And then Amir looks down, and then all of a sudden the doctor comes up and says the trainer just asked for the fight to stop. Stop the fight. Good trainer's TKO. It was Virgil Hunter. It had nothing to do with Amir Khan. Stop saying that. Virgil Hunter tried to sneak out of a fight with the win because he doesn't have too many of them without Andre Ward being on that fight card.
There you go.
You got to remember, this is the same Virgil Hunter. When Amir Khan said he was hurt 3 rounds earlier, 2 rounds earlier, Virgil Hunter's like, you need to get that out of your mind. You need to get that. He didn't care about his fighter. Did he say, what hurts, man? Do you think you can continue? I want to know right now. Look at me and tell me you can continue. Did he say that? Hell no. He said, get that out of your mind. Go out there and get your ass knocked out again. They gave Terrence Crawford all the time he needed to put that boy to sleep, put that man to sleep. They gave him 6 rounds. I think Virgil pulled him out of there knowing he was going to lose, and he might have had an option, a slight chance of getting a win, so he went for it, but he was too late. When Amir Khan went down, when the foul first happened, that's when Virgil Hunter should have told Amir Khan to stay down, not 5 minutes later. Stupid. But I don't like Roy Jones. I don't like this. Amir Khan has nothing to apologize for. He didn't do anything wrong. Matter of fact, he should have stood down for 5 minutes, then got up and made a decision. The fact that everybody was in his ear, the referee and his trainer, shame on both of them. Give the man 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, ask him if he could continue. Fuck what his trainer says. The doctor said he could fight. If Amir Khan says he can fight, he should still be fighting. Not because the trainer says, no, I think his nuts really hurt. Let's stop the fight.
Hall of Fame and legendary boxing trainer Freddie Roach reveals he is made up with Tyson Fury and says heavyweight has asked to use his gym ahead of his next fight. I didn't know that they hadn't made up yet, Andrew. Tyson Fury has phoned and made up with Freddie Roach after American master trainer criticized aspects of the Gypsy King's epic heavyweight title draw with Deontay Wilder. Roach, in addition to the British corner for the WBC championship thriller in LA last December. Roach wanted Fury to move and hold in the final minute to reach safe haven, what would become the controversial draw, rather than risk being flattened for good. Andrew, what say you?
What's that? What do you want me to say?
I don't know.
He got mad. Remember Freddie Roach said,
yeah. I didn't know that they had heat over it.
Yeah, well, he kind of said his trainer blew the fight for him. That's not cool. Now, Ben Davison did a hell of a job that night. He was playing safe, and Freddie Roach said he should have went for it all. You're never going to have that moment again. Is Freddie right? I really don't know, because Lee, I wanted Tyson Fury to box. I wanted to keep his jab, keep his head movement. I swear to God, the round before I said he needs to stop bending over, he's going to get timed. I swear to God, in the end of the 11th, I said that, and the 12th came and he got timed. That's where Davison went wrong. He should have told his ass to stop doing the same thing over and over. But the fact that he told him to box, yeah, I like that. You don't go blow to blow with Deontay Wilder. If anyone has learned anything about Deontay Wilder, you do not exchange punches with him. But I get Freddie Roach. Freddie's seen the moment. He said he would have had his fighter capitalize on it. I just don't agree with that. I agree with Ben Davison. I would have played it safe. Tell the elite boxer to outbox.
Don King reaches out to Anthony Joshua's camp. As we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, everybody's trying to get in on the Anthony Joshua Train, just so you know, Luis Ortiz has already been eliminated. I don't know if it'll come up in this art. It's not. But as a side note, Luis Ortiz's name came up in the last couple of days. He felt it was insulting to only be offered $5 million. So he has passed on the fight, Andrew.
Who did?
Luis Ortiz.
Oh, yeah.
He wants more than $5 million for the fight.
No, I know, Lee. I don't know what's going on with that.
Well, now Don King is jumping in, Andrew. Hall of Fame promoter Don King has been waiting for fellow promoter Eddie Hearn to return his calls. He won't return his calls, dude. That's hilarious. All I'm hearing is a bunch of lies out there, said King. They're saying I asked for $15 million for Brian to fight Joshua. I haven't asked for a dime. I haven't talked to Eddie, but I've left multiple messages, and he certainly has my number. I'm ready to talk to Hearn or Joshua, and Brian is ready to step in and take the fight. Based upon my wonderful relationship with Eddie Hearn's father, Barry, shit, you're playing that card? I would be happy to promote this great boxing extravaganza between Anthony Joshua and Trevor Bryan. All right, Andrew, here's where I want to start. I haven't heard Trevor Bryan's name brought up at all. Don King seems to be the only one who's bringing it up.
Yes, he's an undefeated fighter. He's 20-0-14. He's the WBA World Interim Heavyweight Champion. Has really Derek Rossi's only the real name that stands out. BJ Flores, the last fighter he defeated. BJ is not a real heavyweight. So there's nothing there. 6'4", 79-inch reach. So he's got the size. He's 29 years old. At least he's in his prime. He's undefeated. Why the fuck not? He's a WBA interim champ. You know what? Why not? This is a replacement, you guys. This isn't a mega fight anymore. I don't know if Miller Joshua ever was, but it's not even that. So to me, this is a decent guy. Matter of fact, I'm going to go out and say I think he's better than Michael Hunter, but I don't disagree with either guy, whoever they go with, Hunter or Brian here, because Brian's an interim champ and he's undefeated and he's 29. So why not give him a shot?
I have to click on this story because I just saw it. Do you see this story?
What?
Kaunaki talks Miller, PEDs, and Polish sausage. This is already my kind of story, Andrew. From FightNews.com.
Well, you're getting away from all right.
Yeah, I'm getting away from it. I just thought it was funny because Don King won't get his return phone calls.
I know.
Undefeated heavyweight contender Adam Kaunaki weighs in on the situation with his friend and sparring partner Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Also suggests that Andy Ruiz Jr. makes the most sense for the heavyweight champion.
Oh, he's telling us who makes more sense. Okay. Not the undefeated. Yeah, right? Not him who's undefeated, right? Undefeated top 10 heavyweight contender. You're not fucking worthy, but your friend is? Fuck out. I mean, come on. I'm so over the PBC, bro. I'm dead serious, man. Fuck. Just like Luis Ortiz. Let me get back to this. Luis Ortiz, he turned down $5 million with the percentage, correctly? Get your calculator ready. Get your calculator ready.
Hold on. Where's my Okay, I got my calculator. Okay,
all right.
$5 million.
He turned down $5 million with an upside of $6.5 million, the same check that Miller was going to receive.
Right.
The biggest paycheck of Luis Ortiz's career is when he fought Deontay Wilder. You want to know what he made that night?
What did he make that night?
Okay, so we know it's 6.5 is what he has to add up to. Let's see what Heyman has paid him. To fight Wilder, he made $500,000, Lee.
Okay, hold on. So the Steven Espinosa calculator has spoken.
Wait, I got three. Wait, hold on. I got two more fights. I want you to add up all of the fights since he's fought Wilder.
Okay.
When he fought Cajon, he made $200,000.
Okay.
When he fought Travis Kaufman, he made $375,000. And guess what? His last opponent, Hammer, I can't even find a fucking purse on it. So I don't even know what he made. Let's give him what is an average of those? 400. Give him 400K. We know it's bullshit. There's no way he made that much. What is the total on that? Does it total
$24 million for the Steven Espinosa calculator?
That's why they didn't take the low ball fucking offer. You get it, you guys? That's why $5 million. What do you guys think I am? A piece of shit? I pass.
According to the Steven Espinosa calculator, Luis Ortiz's projected value to the public is $24 million.
They wanted 10. The rumor is they're asking for 10 million. Although
He's not worth $10 million.
Even though the PBC, Al Heyman, who loves his fighters, right? Al Heyman pays all of his guys, has only gotten him around $2 million for his last 4 fucking fights. His last 4.
Okay, hold on. Let me check the Steven Espinosa calculator and see why it says 24 million. According to the Steven Espinosa calculator, they're technically only going to pay him a guaranteed $500,000 when he fights Deontay Wilder after his next fight and get knocked out again by Deontay Wilder because he's an old man. But his projected value is still $24 million.
Projected. If you win. Oh, my God.
Because he's the big fat heavyweight that everybody wants to knock out. So they'll be calling on Showtime.
The 3 fights grabbed him a little bit over $1 million.
I guarantee Luis Ortiz did not say no himself. Al Heyman and Steven Espinosa said no because they need that heavyweight to get knocked out by Deontay Wilder. And he needs fighters. He needs fighters to knock out.
Once again, the money that I just told you guys is only $1 million, a little over $1 million. And that's without his last fight. I think his name was Kristen Hammer, something like that. Something Hammer. I could not find the purse. I was looking at it today and before the show. I couldn't find it. You add in 300, 400K, we're only at $1.4 million that they've paid this man in his last 4 fights. Eddie Hearn, that white man, you know what? Fuck, I'm taking Bob's words like they're real, damn it. Eddie Hearn, did you just cut me off?
No.
Okay, I heard something in my headphone. Eddie Hearn tried to give him $5 million, you guys. $5 million for one fight, one night, with an upside, a percentage of whatever they make for that fight. Ticket sales, right? Merchandise. They were going to give him this. They were going to change his life. I don't know how many times we got to say it. Why is Al Heyman stopping some of these men from setting their life right? They told Adrian Broner not to sign a $40 million contract. They told Deontay Wilder numerous times, from $8 million all the way to $120 million, not to sign. Why is this man consistently doing this to his guys? This dude is going from 500,000 to 5 million, and you tell him no, and then the fighter's like, yeah, he's right. He's right. That's stupid. Stupid of me. Stupid King Kong think 500K like 5 million.
No, it's 24 million, Andrew. Get the number right.
It's a fucking joke. And I told you guys a long time ago this dude was Don King. And I'm going to stick to that. And I'm going to love it when these fighters are finally wake up one day and they're like, fuck, I'm 40 years old and I'm not Floyd. Where the fuck's my $750 million, Al? You know what Al's going to tell? You didn't win. You didn't win. See, Floyd keeps winning, man. Come on now. Floyd 50-0. What are you? Idiots. That's what you are. When you pass up money that could change your life. I don't give a damn if it's in the professional ranks or it's the blue-collar worker every day. When you get a raise, you take it, right? When you can get more food on your plate for your children, you take it. $5 million, Luis Ortiz, you're fucking 50 years old. Idiot.
I don't think Luis Ortiz said no, Andrew.
Oh,
I think Al Heyman said no. I'm calling it exactly for what it is. He's a punching bag for Deontay in his next fight.
If there's a next fight, Lee, doesn't Luis know that after Brazil, right, he might have to fight Dillian White? He's not.
He's not. He's going to fight Luis. I keep saying it. He's going to fight Luis Ortiz.
Okay, but well then.
I know you think that they're going to make him. There's no way the WBC is going to make him do anything. It is a corrupt, dirty organization.
Okay, so then say Dominic Breezel knocks his ass out. I mean, come on, the fight is not guaranteed.
I hope to God that happens.
The fight is not guaranteed. What if DAZN says, you know what, fuck it, we'll give you 150. Then they say yes. He might
No.
never get this. Oh my goodness.
Because Steven Espinosa will get out his calculator and explain how $150 million from DAZN is not as much as $24 million per fight that he can offer them.
Not even that. He's only getting 12.
I really don't know the voodoo spell that Al Heyman, Steven Espinosa, and Leonard Ellerbe seem to have over these fighters where they turn down big money fights.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, they keep fucking telling them stories of Floyd Mayweather. You see, I told you a long time ago, there's a reason why Al Heyman doesn't have Floyd the face of the PBC, because I believe Floyd would sit in that office and go, hold the fuck on. You didn't do all of this. You did not do. I bet you him and Leonard Ellerbe sit in those guys' ear all day like, oh, yeah, we did Floyd. You know how much money Floyd made on that fight? Oh, yeah, it was all us. They were blah, 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 blah. Floyd ain't there for that. Why isn't Floyd the face of the PBC? It's because Heyman's been blowing that shit hot air up those guys' asses ever since Floyd said he was the greatest mind in boxing. Floyd gave him that. Floyd hasn't been there to back that shit up in the BBC, though. Matter of fact, Al Heyman don't even have him involved as a promoter for the PBC, and there's a reason why. He knows damn well he's a smart man. He's a smart businessman. That's a wolf in the hen house. He knows Floyd would turn on him. Floyd would sit there and go, wait, hold the fuck on. You didn't do all of that. You guys need to listen to me a little.
Last but not least, boxer John Jackson indicted on multiple sexual offense charges, including rape. Andrew actually sent me this story on Monday, excited to record this show.
I did? Oh, fuck.
You did.
Oh, shit.
According to BoxingScene.com.
That's creepy.
I'm just calling it out. Do you want me to read you the exact? Do you want me to go back to it? Light middleweight boxer John Jackson, 30, has been indicted by a federal grand jury on various sexual offenses. Jackson is the son of former WBA super welterweight, WBC middleweight champion, and Boxing Hall of Fame inductee Julian the Hawk Jackson. United States Attorney General Gretchen Shepard announced this week that the charges Jackson was indicted for include 2 counts of, holy shit. Yeah. He was indicted on 2 counts of production of child pornography, 3 counts of transportation of a minor with intent to engage in criminal sexual activity, 1 count of first-degree rape, and 3 counts of second-degree aggravated rape. In a press release, Shepard expressed that an indictment is not evidence of guilt. And that every defendant is presumed innocent until proven guilty. I feel like the word "but" should be added to the press release, right? But based on the overwhelming evidence that we have on this dude,
he's fucking done.
The press release also stated that the indictment stems from accusation that Jackson allegedly engaged in sexual activity with a 15-year-old. Jackson is also alleged to have produced images related to that activity. The charges against Jackson, who is from the U.S. Virgin Islands, is currently being investigated by Homeland Security investigation and the Virgin Island Police Department. If convicted, he could face a minimum of 15 years in prison plus $250,000 in fine. Jackson has a professional record of 21-4 with 16 KOs. His most recent contest was against Eric Walker on May 28th. Jackson's most high-profile fight came against Jermell Charlo for the vacant WBC middleweight title in 2016. Jackson lost that bout via 8th-round TKO, but later went on to rape a 15-year-old.
They're in love, Lee. They were in love.
That's obviously what it is.
Nah, he's fucking done. And all he is his daddy's son. He has no money, so he's not paying that fine. He's gonna get the maximum sentence because he's a nobody. You see his record, 21-4-16. He's been knocked out. He's done. I mean, this is the last time you're gonna see him on a boxing website. Next time he'll be maybe a sentencing, and then that's it. He's out. Didn't he get knocked out by Andy Lee too? I want to say he was beating Andy Lee up, and then Andy Lee fucking landed a haymaker out of nowhere, dropped him. So, kid's been knocked out a few times. He's done. Dumbass.
Go to fightnetradio.com. Support the Boxing Expo. Go to Box Expo. boxfanexpo.com, buy tickets. Of course, if you really want to help and support this show and you're planning on going to Las Vegas next weekend, go to lasvegasdiscount.net. This is our last segment of this epic episode with plenty of game material that you guys should enjoy greatly. Again, go to fightnetradio.com. I'm going to clip this piece off, so everybody, I'm apologizing in advance before I do what I'm about to do, but I'm reintroducing ourselves because I'm going to clip this off as a video for sure. Hi, Andrew Labouche, Lee Honish, Fight Net Radio. We're giving you this week's boxing schedule. There is a ton of boxing. Andrew, are you ready to cover it all?
Yes, sir. Let's go. Knock it out.
Thursday night on UFC Fight Pass. We talked about this earlier in our show. If you're just watching this as a video, go check us out at Fight Net Radio and listen to the full 2-hour and probably 15-minute episode, Andrew. It's one of our longest shows. Connor Coyle will be on UFC Fight Pass for Roy Jones Jr. Boxing. Also, on Thursday night, we have Golden Boy Boxing, which will be available on Ring TV with our friend Coyote Duran doing the play-by-play, along with probably not Steve Kim. It's who's the other one? Dougie. Dougie does it with Coyote, right? Did I get that right?
Yes, yes, sir.
For Facebook and ringtv.com. You can watch it on Facebook or ringtv.com. Steve Cleggett takes on Ives Ulysses in a rematch. Oscar Negrete and Joshua Franco, Alexis Rocha, and Shoki Sakai in the welterweight division. Is there anything in here that's actually worth watching, Andrew?
No.
You being the
expert? No. Hopefully some of these guys are undefeated.
You don't know any of these names either, do you?
No, I don't.
I don't either. All right, let's move over to Friday night. We talked about it also earlier in the show, but I'll give a big shout out right now while we're doing it. Sor Rungvisai, who is arguably one of the top best pound for pound, the guy who took out Chocolatito, for those of you who don't remember the history, that really sent HBO down the darkest tunnel of its existence by backing Chocolatito and then backing Sor Rungvisai. He's fighting on Friday night. I'll say it again. Go to goldstar.com. Here's a commercial for Goldstar. You don't need any help from me. Type in search in LA, right? Click on the comp train button. I can't even believe that this is a thing.
I would tweet this for the Twitter too. Hey, people need to know about this, man.
Okay, click on the button that says comp train and scroll down towards the bottom, and you will find, along with tickets to every play and movie that's out there. Is it finally sold? The comp section sold out? I can't believe that. I must have rolled right
there. It is.
by.
Nope. Go down. You passed it. It's on the right side. Last
it did move over. It moved over. Okay. You can get free tickets to go see Sor Rungvisai and Estrada too. This is mind-boggling to me. Click on the button. You just pay their servicing fee. They have free tickets, sections 106 and 114. Just click a pair of tickets, $10 a piece for servicing fee. You're going to see the WBC
a fight of the year candidate. A fight of the year candidate, possibly, Lee.
For $10 a seat, Andrew. $10 a seat.
It's 1930 all over again.
Also on that fight card that you can watch on DAZN, Daniel Ramon is taking on TJ Donaghy for the WBA IBF Junior Featherweight Unification bout. And our favorite fighter that I personally talk about way too much for his own good, Jesse Vargas, is taking on Humberto Soto. Those three fights, Andrew, I might not be an expert when it comes to boxing or watching live boxing, because really I just want to see Fan Man storm the ring. There's a callback to a fight from the 90s. Is Jesse Vargas, Daniel Ramon, and Sor Rungvisai worth $10 a ticket?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I mean, you got two championship fights on the first two fights of unification. That TJ Donaghy's undefeated. And then you got Humberto Estrada and Rungvisai. That was a fight of the year candidate already. Vargas, Soto, come on. How can you not go wrong? Soto always brings it. Vargas, limited power, likes to exchange. Lee, you can't go wrong with this fight.
There you go. There you go. I think it's a great deal.
TJ Donaghy is from Ireland too. His birthplace is Ireland. So another undefeated white kid coming, looking for a title. A lot of Irish fighters coming out, huh?
And then, Andrew, we have more boxing.
Hey, look, hey, Lee.
Yeah.
Hey, Lee.
Yeah.
You see Don King's being sued? Right there on the left. Poor Don King. He's still getting sued. That kid said something like there was a $300,000 contract and he only got like 40 grand.
Yep.
Just Don
Sorry,
being
I'm
Don.
multitasking while I talk to you. Somebody's actually lost looking for a Mexican food place.
Nice.
Okay, hold on. And I'm not even getting any of the Mexican food, which is really irritating. It's not being brought to me. All right. Also on Friday night on DAZN, Fabricio Tarucci takes on Sam Emborn. Orlando Shamalama Ding Dong takes on Steven Dagno. Alessandro Rigaccini takes on Ivan Alvarez. Fucking bunch of Italians in Florence, Italy, dude. What do you expect?
They're just throwing shit at the wall there.
Aren't they? Okay, let's move over to Saturday. ESPN Plus, Daniel Dubois takes on Richard Lardy. 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. Sonny Edwards, Pedro Matos in the bantamweight division. Larano Richards takes on Tommy Langford for the vacant Commonwealth super middleweight title in London.
Dubas, the heavyweight's an undefeated kid, so you're basically watching for that. Yeah.
On DAZN from Lafayette, Louisiana, Kyrie Relic takes on Regis Prograis. Oh, you should be excited about this already. Andrew.
Yeah.
12 round for Relic's WBA junior welterweight title, World Boxing Super Series semi-finals, Andrew, being televised. Also on the card is Nonito Donaire, favorite guy I like to talk about on the show, and his brother who delivers milk in the Bay Area. Stephen Young, 12 rounds for Donaire's WBA bantamweight title.
This is actually a replacement. He was supposed to fight that Niti Teti or something like that. Guy got hurt, injured his shoulder. He's out. Stephen Young's in. Look for Nonito to win on Saturday.
And last but not least, on Saturday night from Las Vegas, Nevada, Steven Espinosa proudly presents more PBC boxing. This is a title fight between Robert Easter and Rances Barthélemy.
It's a regular title fight.
The regular WBA. It's the regular title, right?
You know what? That don't even sound impressive. If you said that to a girl, hey, I'm a champ. Oh, really?
I'm the regular WBA champ,
girl. You know what I'm saying?
Does that mean you're the lineal champ? Like the belt that dates back to Jack Johnson? No, that would be the super WBA title or Emiratus or something. I don't actually know, but I'm the regular WBA champion. I am not the man who beat the man who beat the man. I'm the man who beat the man when we invented the WBA regular title. However long ago that was. Victor Postal is taking on Mohamed Miamu in what can only be decided as called the ISIS Eliminator Junior Welterweight.
Oh my God. At least it's late in the show. No one's listening.
Yeah, but I clipped this off and turned it into a boxing preview for the weekend. Shout out to ESPN and Dan Rayfield for making up the boxing cards for this weekend. Did I cover everything? That should be literally everything for that weekend. Also this weekend, if you're a Fight Net Radio regular, you should sign up. On Sunday, we will be getting ready for the Canelo Alvarez weekend. Go over to fightnetradio.com, sign up, and be a part of.
Everyone check out that DAZN card with the Prograis kid. He is special, and he's quiet. He's not making big noise. You know, he's not getting the fights that he wants, but he's earning his stripes as he's moving along top rank on the low. So I expect him to have a major fight here. He's got a lot of power. Takes punches off the chin, but he is a very good boxer puncher when he mixes it up.
That'll do it. Sign up. Go to fightnetradio.com. You can watch video. You can get audio. If you're only watching the video, go listen to the 2-hour and 11-minute extravaganza that was this current episode. We covered a lot of boxing topics that are very important to boxing. Andrew, what is your takeaway from this week's episode?
It's sad what these PBC fighters are doing right now to the sport. Literally turning down paychecks that would change their lives, give us the best fights possible. They're setting us back right now. I'm in agreement with Bob Arum. I think it's time for us to stop paying attention to their fights until their fighters fight the guys that we actually want.
Fight Net Radio! FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net!